graph of growth rate against year. And that's really key to make sense of this growth rate. This isn't saying population change. This is saying the growth rate change. So like in 1960, the growth rate in population was a bit more than 3%. In here, what's this, like 2003 or something? The growth rate was just over 1%. So it's still growing at these points. And seeing that was key to understanding this first bit. So a newspaper claims that the graph shows the population of Zimbabwe decreased in the 1990s before rising again. It doesn't. It shows the growth rate decreased, but because that's still above zero, the population would still be rising. So writing something like this would get you the marks. Now it's important to note with this that the newspaper claim was that the graph showed this. Okay, the graph doesn't show that. It might be that the population was actually decreasing due to war, or due to famine, or due to something else we can't see from here, but this is what we can see from the graph. We then had to use the graph to estimate the average population growth rate between 1960 and 2016. So that's the whole of the graph here. So we had to find an average for the line. Different ways you could do that. You could find out points at different places and add them together and find the mean of those, or you could just do it by eye and looking kind of a mid kind of point through here could be something like that. So maybe about 2.5%. And the range of values allowed for this were from 2.3% to 2.8%. Then told that in 1960 the population was 3.75 million. And we had to use this answer here to calculate an estimate of the population in 2016. So with that, we need to use our compound growth formula. So we need to change a 2.5% increase into a multiplier. And we do that by adding 100% to it. And then we divide it by 100. And that gives us our multiplier. So it's 3.75 million times 1.025. And then the power we need is the number of years, which in this case is 56. In the question here, we've just been given the population to 2 decimal places. So I'm going to give the answer to the same level. So that gives us 19.95. And remember, that's million. Sorry, 14.95 million. And that's our estimate of the population in 2016. The final part here says the actual population was 16.5 million. And what does that tell us about our answer up here? Well, our answer to B is less than that, so it's too low. It's an underestimate.